For a while now, I've had the idea of doing a video about why I struggle to call myself a feminist, even though I have the same exact ideals and beliefs as a feminist. I was going to do a very in-depth video with lots of research and give examples about how historically feminism has, in way of false progress, used women of color just to kind of leave them out to dry. I mean, even without in-depth research, I could give examples like how black women were made to walk at the back of women's rights marches, or how Sojourner Truth's famous "Ain't I a Woman" speech was completely rewritten 12 years later by a white woman, along with some broken English and historical inaccuracies. I didn't want to do the video partially because, well, I'm lazy, but also I don't want anyone to use it as some sort of example of why feminism as a whole is bad. That's not my intent, but also I wouldn't want someone to take the video out of context and think I'm bashing an entire movement simply for my own personal reasons, or that I'm some sort of, bigot or something. But after learning about everything that's been happening and people's outrage as far as the Barbie movie, I thought, well, no time like the present. One, because I don't really like doing research. Two, daddy needs something relevant for the algo. But also it's just a decent example, in my opinion, of why I do struggle with it as far as calling myself a feminist. So if you don't know what's happening with Barbie, people on Twitter are upset that Margot Robbie wasn't nominated for Best Actress in her role for Barbie, and the director Greta Gerwig was not nominated for Best Director. And they're especially upset that Ryan Gosling was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in their stead. Now you may say, but Bellows, Barbie is this generation's soul plane. It is a classic film that will go down in history. Margot and Greta deserve to be nominated for their roles in changing the zeitgeist. And I agree. Barbie was a huge success and should receive recognition, and it did. It received 8 nominations, including Margot and Greta. Greta is nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay, and Margot, as an executive producer, is nominated for Best Picture. Sure, it's not the category you wanted, but 8 is still high praise, I think. But did that stop people from getting upset on Twitter? No. People on Twitter got so upset that Hillary Clinton chimed in to give her girl boss gaslight slay queen mother take. And sure, you might be asking, what does this have to do with anything? What does this have to do with feminism as a whole? And I think in a lot of ways, it's a perfect example of white feminism. And all of this outrage and anger at society once again rewarding a white man over women, it utterly ignores women of color. The people angry don't seem to mention or care that America Ferrera, a woman of color, was nominated for Barbie. Or how Lily Gladstone is the first Native American woman to be nominated for Best Actress. And again, this is in no way to say feminism is bad. I just struggle with attaching myself to something that can at times use women of color as props. But it feels especially weird for people to simultaneously yell how Margot and Greta aren't getting the recognition they deserve and making that a feminist issue while not even giving thought to the women of color involved. I don't know. A movement doesn't have to be perfect to be right. So maybe I am a feminist. Anyway, congrats to America Ferrera and Lily Gladstone.